Coley, what are your impressions of the signing of Romelu Lukaku?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's massive signing. See all signings nowadays are big money signings, but he's proven in the Premier League. He'll get goals, and that's what Manchester United missed last season was goals. And I think he's got plenty of those in him.
Only Kane and Aguero have scored more over the last 4 seasons. Does that show his pedigree?
Yeah, he has done. I mean, since he left Chelsea early on in his career, I think the way he's gone about his business by getting goals. Naturally you're going to be very disappointed that he didn't work out for him at Chelsea at the start. But he went to West Brom, got goals there, got quite a few more goals at Everton, and now he's going to be at Manchester United come next season. So hopefully that trend continues.
He's replacing not one but 2 strikers really, with Zlatan and Wayne Rooney leaving. Is he a big enough personality and will he get enough goals to replace both?
I hope so, unless the manager looks to bring somebody else in as well, which I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. But I said Zlatan was unbelievable last season at his age. To get the goals he got was absolutely phenomenal. And then to lose a legend like Wayne, his goals are going to be hard to replace. We can talk about how he didn't get many last season, but if we're talking about his Manchester United career, he's got more than his fair share as well. So, yeah, to replace those 2 is going to be a tough task. But having Lukaku in, that's a start. Like I said, he's proven in the Premier League, and he'll definitely get goals.
And what are his main qualities, Lukaku?
I think if you look at him, it's his strength and power. That's a big plus. He's got good pace as well, real good pace. I think when he gets things in front of him and he's running, he's bearing down on goal. 9 times out of 10 he hits the target. If you look at a lot of his goals last season for Everton, his strength and power really came into play there, and I think that'd be good for Manchester United.
He seems to have a brilliant relationship with Paul Pogba. That will help. He's got his Belgian teammate Marouane Fellaini already there, so he's got good relationships with a number of United players. But it's going to be interesting to see how Pogba and Lukaku link. It
will be, but I'll be honest with you, I would be very surprised who doesn't get on with Paul. I think he's that kind of character. To look like the really good mates off the football pitch as well, which is a big plus. And no doubt so Paul will help him as well, because Paul came for big money last season and Lukaku's come for big money this season. But if they can get that rapport on the football pitch, I mean, I know they're 2 totally different positions, but if it was a me and Yorkie type of thing, I mean, there's going to be plenty of goals in that.
And you're right, they both came for big money. Will Lukaku's transfer fee weigh heavily on his mind, or is he the kind of character you think who can just put it out of his mind?
I don't think it will, because I spoke to someone yesterday about the same thing. I think all the transfer fees now are so big, I don't think it really worries them anymore. Because there's not many players now you can say, oh, we're going to buy for £5-10 million, and people say, oh yeah, that's good. Everything's like 50, 60, 70 million. So I don't think the transfer fee will worry him, because I just touched on beforehand. Every transfer fee now for the big players now are going to be so big. I don't think that'll bother him in the slightest.
Lukaku himself has said to us he can't wait to play Champions League football. United will see back in that competition next season. How do you think he'll fare in that?
Well, I'm looking forward to that, because Champions League is the creme de la creme. Manchester United have got themselves back into it. We're going to see where we're at, to be honest. After missing out on it for the past few years, now to get back into it, to win it, that how tough that's going to be. Because if you're looking at the teams that have won it over the past couple of years, Real Madrid, I mean that's a big proposition. Barcelona, PSG are getting stronger. So you look at those teams, and Bayern, you look at those teams. To win the competition, we're going to have to be really, really good, and we have to get to those levels to try and win it come this season. Lukaku
does bring goals with him. Does he offer other things in his game? Is he a link-up player? What kind of?
Well, he's going to have to be. He's going to have to be. I know when I went to Manchester United, my game changed completely. It's not all about scoring goals at Manchester United. I think he will know that. He'll understand that. Within the next few months, being at Manchester United, you got to get involved. You got to get involved. You got to help your whole team out, and don't think about, well, I've got myself a couple of goals and I've done my job. No, it's not as easy as that at Manchester United. You got to muck in. Hopefully he'll be able now to develop the rest of his game and become an even better player than what he is now.
He will find increased pressure wearing that red shirt, wearing the badge of Manchester United. I mean, you made the transition from Newcastle to Manchester United and the pressure that came with that. So just what is it like, the difference between a club of Everton, Newcastle stature to Manchester United?
Manchester United, I mean, possibly the biggest club in the world. You know, and the focus on being a number 9 for Manchester United is massive. You know, you touched on it earlier, the transfer fee is massive as well. So it's not all about just scoring goals, and it's not all about being an individual in that team. I've done my job of scoring goals. It's about marketing collectively, you know, for the whole team to achieve what Manchester United want to achieve. You know, so all those kind of things come into it, and you know, you're going to be expected to carry yourself in a certain way as well, because you're not just representing yourself, you're representing Manchester United throughout the world.
And just finally, what would represent a successful first season in red for Romelu Lukaku?
Well, listening to his comments, you know, he's come to Manchester United to win things, and that's what it's all about. So ultimately, if you know Manchester United can compete and win the Premier League this season, that would be a nice return, definitely. You know, goals. Yeah, I know people are going to talk about you get judged on your goals, because naturally people will always talk about that, especially coming from that kind of money, and that's what everyone's expecting from him. You know, if Man United come in the mix next season and he gets his fair share of goals, no doubt he'll be really happy with that.
Coley, what are your impressions of the signing of Romelu Lukaku?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's massive signing. You know, see all signings nowadays are big money signings, but he's proven in the Premier League. You know, he'll get goals, and that's what Manchester United missed last season, was goals. You know, and I think he's got plenty of those in him.
Only Kane and Aguero have scored more over the last 4 seasons. Does that show his pedigree?
Yeah, he has done. I mean, since he left Chelsea early on in his career, I think the way he's gone about his business by getting goals, you know, naturally you're going to be very disappointed that he didn't work out for him at Chelsea at the start, you know. But he went to West Brom, got goals there, got quite a few more goals at Everton, and now he's going to be at Manchester United come next season, so hopefully that trend continues.
He's replacing not 1 but 2 strikers really, with Zlatan and Wayne Rooney leaving. Is he a big enough personality, and will he get enough goals to replace both?
I hope so, unless the manager looks to bring somebody else in as well, which I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. But yeah, I said Zlatan was unbelievable last season at his age. To get the goals he got was absolutely phenomenal, and then to lose a legend